everybody, I'm Michelle out at the Landscape Connection, and I've invited my friend Jonathan Peteskilling. He's with Odin Yoga with me today, and we're going to talk about National Meditate in the Garden Day, which is May 3rd today, and we're going to talk about some of the benefits of meditating in the garden. So I think a lot of people think meditation and they think get down, cross your legs, and om. So I think it's come a long way since then. So tell us a little bit about meditation and what that can do for you.
One big thing is just that stress reliever, and like you said, you don't have to do everything so the legs crossed. Like you can do it laying down. Like there's multiple methods, but more it's just getting into the breath. One of my favorites for like helping with anxiety or like kind of just calming down. So you can probably do it yourself, but Nadi Shodhana. So it's not flipping anybody off, but a good one is to kind of rest your middle finger on the bridge of your nose, and then you're using your pointer and ring finger to block each nose. So starting with so shifting over to block your right side. You're taking a big inhale through your left, you open, so close the left, then out through the right, and you'll come back into the right, and then you'll shift over, and then out of the left. So that pattern, really focus on filling the lungs, and then emptying them out with the exhale. So really kind of help lower it. It helps big one with anxiety, especially now like with all the COVID stuff and everything. I think it's a really good one. Working on that deep breath work, it gives you something to focus on, and that's all it is having that one attention. Our mind, there's so much chatter with technology and everything. We need to draw our attention onto something. So having that one thing to focus on can clear our mind and draw our attention away from all that chatter.
So on May 3rd, which is today, you can spend some time in your garden and do some little meditations. Even if it's just sitting quietly in the garden and closing your eyes, listening to the sounds of nature, feeling the breeze, soaking in some vitamin D, just spending some time to just unwind and relax. Another good thing that will help, and my friend Christy Moore with Essential Freedom, she told me about the oils that you can actually use to put in your hand, and one drop goes a long ways. And I think my favorite to use is probably either frankincense or lavender. And what I do is I get one drop of oil and I rub it on my hands, and then I'm going to put my hands and cup it over my nose and just do some really deep breathing. And that's going to help calm me and get me in that meditative state as well. So I know that you showed us the one breathing technique, but I know that there's some others that you do as well that are very beneficial. What are some of the other ones?
So another one, I can't recall the name, but breath retention though. It's there's that big inhale, and then taking like another sip, and then another sip, and it's as many little sips as you can, and then letting it all out, and then just another one. Big inhale, and then.
I thought that was to get rid of hiccups.
So those little sips of air, can help with even increasing lung capacity, kind of adding to it, and getting a little extra oxygen to the blood too. So that's another one. Even like simple ones as far as like just counting your breaths, and see how high you can get. Maybe you can only get to without straining your mind. So maybe you get to 8, and then you start thinking about some other stuff. Reset. It's all about practice. We got to practice to get better at it. So. Restart back to 0, and then start working your way up. How many breaths can you get before you start drifting away and start thinking about some other stuff? So another simple one. I see you have some beads on there. Those are another one. You can sit there and just run them through your hands, the mala beads, and just simply count. Those simple methods. I personally love driving in silence. I look at that as a form of meditation. When you're out driving, turn your radio off. Like I said, there's so much chatter in our life that it's nice to just drive, listen to the road, listen to your tires on the road, the wind, and all the noise of the city. That one's a real big one for me, just to clear my head.
That's awesome. I know that Jonathan does a lot of yoga, and we've actually invited him back. He'll be here during our summer open house on Friday night, the second Friday in June, and we're going to be doing yoga on the lawn. We'll be doing it in chairs, so no matter how old you are or young you are, if you want to come and do yoga with us, Jonathan's going to lead us in some great yoga exercises. You are absolutely fantastic at what you do, and your business is called Odin Yoga.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So my niche is more the strength development. I want to not only help with functionality, increasing your flexibility, functionality, but I want to help you develop strength and in your practices also, almost like a one-stop shop. Because most of us, we don't care too much about lifting 200-300 pounds like that. We just want to be able to function on a daily basis. So I want to help you with that by with just consistency and offering you more body weight stuff to help develop some strength. So when you're picking up your kids or you're twisting awkwardly in the car or whatever it may be, I want you to be able to. I want to reduce that risk of injury.
That's totally awesome. I need that big time because I am that person who all winter long I'm kind of a sloth and I don't do a whole lot, and then spring comes and I'm moving like a maniac,
Especially
moving
here.
trees and bricks and bushes, and it's like I go home and I'm so sore afterwards, and it takes me 30 days just to get back in the swing of things, whereas if maybe I did some yoga and worked on some of that year round,
Definitely.
I wouldn't go through this cycle of, oh my God, I hurt everywhere. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Definitely.
Why don't you guys take some time today, spend it out in the garden for National Meditation in the Garden Day. Just enjoy being outside, being in nature. I'm Michelle at the Landscape Connection, and we'll see you soon.